Today, using Adobe Illustrator, you're going to learn how to convert a raster image into a vector image. You're going to change the tags to XML tags, and you're going to save as an SVG format. First thing we're going to do is we're going to open a PNG file, and we're going to convert it to vector. So this is a PNG file that we've already opened. It's black and white, or grayscale. We're going to go down to Object, Image Trace, Make, and this is going to prep this image to be traced, but it's not going to actually trace it. Every time you do anything now within this workspace, we're going to end up with that progress bar. We're going to open up this palette, and we're going to change the default setting to grayscale, because that's what we're working with today. Color is a different item. We'll do that later. And again, you get this progress bar. Anytime you change any of these values, you're going to get this progress bar, and that's fine. Just let it do its work, and that's prepping this image again to be traced. If you notice down here, we have a lot of paths and nodes. That's smaller. So if we change this to 16, you can use the slider, but I like the numbers better. And it'll decrease those numbers quite a bit. So we'll get that progress bar again. And we're just hoping to get a smaller SVG image in the end. You notice when this is done, these numbers down here are much, much smaller. That's fine. So now we're finished with this palette. We're going to close that. And now we're ready to hit this expand button. This will actually do the tracing. And now you'll see now it is actually a vector image, but these are all grouped together. So one thing you want to do now is ungroup this. And there's one last thing we want to do to clean this up, and that is that bounding box around there from when it was a PNG image. You want to hover over that until you see that path. You want to click on that, and you just want to hit delete. And then we're done with the conversion. So now you'll see all these tags in here. These are just pieces of vector file. They're not machine readable. They're really not good for anything. We're going to highlight those with our marquee tool. And we're going to we're going to delete those. Go to the type tool. We're going to change to a readily available font that everyone has in their system. And we're probably going to go to about 18 points, so that's a good size for this type. And we're going to click. Now, if you just click and release, what will happen is you get an image, you get a text box with filler text that's highlighted. If you just overtype that, then you get a text box with exactly the type that you want inside there, and it's all set to go. So now just grab those, put them in whatever place you want, and then you're done. Let's do this next one over here. Now be careful when you do this. Don't hit other nodes or paths, because you're going to end up with too much of the image, and if you delete that, you're going to delete more than you want. So again, let's replace that tag with this tag. This is the parietal lobe, not that it matters. Any tag is fine. And then drag this into place, and we'll just continue on with the rest of these tags. So now we're done. You can see these are all vector files. Now all we want to do is save this as an SVG file. SVG is fantastic because it's a pure XML format, and we can do lots with XML. So we're going to just rename this to underscore tag, just so you can tell the difference between this one and the original. And we're going to go to SVG. And when you click Save, you're going to get the SVG dialog box. We're going to go with all the defaults that are on here, but you want to make sure it's SVG 1.1. And that will allow us to use the text tags we just added, and we can do some translation later on that. And if you want to take a look at the source code for this image, click on the SVG source, and you can see this is a pure XML text file behind all the graphics. If you scroll right down to the bottom, you'll see these are the tags that we just put in. These are all text tags. So that means that you can translate these. You can have one image with several languages, so a single source your output. And then just click OK. Now we have our SVG image with text tags, and we're done. Now we're just going to close this, and thanks for watching.